Alright, should be recording. I just want to see the file. There it is. So yeah, Talos Principle 2, continuing in this. Key was provided by Tinsley PR for Devolver Digital. Okay, 2 hours, 27 minutes. And we got various things here. And yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about how long it took to finally get to the whole... Oh yeah, the first two companions had pre-existing bodies, were given pre-existing body. Thank you for telling me that. And when you distinguish them from the others, you know, the point when that information would be the most relevant. Ay. I'm sorry, it's just one of those... Could have even just allowed the character to ask, why did you name those two and not the other 10? It's like, oh yeah, this is why. I mean, it just... There wasn't a need to separate it like that. Anyhow, let's get to this. Which will involve talking... That's not Byron. Sorry, needed to do that.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going? I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see.
No,
I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Oh yeah, that is your voice. I'm not gonna mock her.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Okay.
Here we go.
Sorry, I thought I successfully clicked to mute the mic.
Need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be, as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
And I also want to point out...
This is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
But the dome itself can be symbolic here of trying to separate yourself from the world.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Cool.
Wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim, and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting.
You should really have a spine.
Place to sit down.
On it.
I'm sorry, but that should be part of the design of the robot.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had
Really?
intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
Why are you saying that now?
And... touchdown.
I'm sorry, but that's a very stupid place to put that line.
I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent.
Oh my god, look at that ghosting. Look at the ghosting on his arm.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
It does... It's most obvious against the grass. Oh man, look at the ghosting there. Oh. I'm sorry, I have to look again. But it's like, this also was showing it with the elevators, so was this, so... Yeah, it's just... It's like I said, if well, ranted about in the previous part, first part, that some of this is just like, we should not be so heavily using temporal stuff if that's the result. And I get it, it's a new game, they can patch it, make it better. It shouldn't have launched in that state, in this state, but man.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
I'd be happy to. What are the coordinates? Here, does this give me anything? No, it does not. Okay, so this is where Melville is. And hang on, so I don't forget, because I'm sorry, the placement of that line was really bad, so I do want to mention. To get to TTP 2, you need to fly. Only when you get there, after awakening from sleep mode, does one of the others with you mention that they hate flying, and if it were intended, they should have jetpacks. This is quite literally stated when landing. So the least appropriate time to mention this. I'm sorry, but that really... I would have put it at the beginning, because then you could also have a little bit, do you want to not come? It's like, no, I'm coming, you're gonna need me, kind of thing, but it's like, yeah, I don't like this. Because that would also help establish their character, that's like, yeah, I don't really want to be doing this, but you need me, so I'm gonna be here. Oh, it is on the compass at least, okay. So, and it's like, you could have done that, but instead this is I hate being here. It's like, what value is that? We're already here. You're not going back. I actually do kind of want to look up here. I am a little curious because Unreal Engine 5, which is what this is using, is... it's got all those neat, fancy technologies, and I'm using the 2080, which should support many of them, if not all of them. But I do kind of wonder if, like, do we have Nanite in here and Lumen, or are they not going that far? Which is
this seems
fine, they don't need to.
Structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
I think I'll come back to that. Let's keep exploring. Okay. And by the way, if my movements ever seem kind of weird, especially with the camera, it's awkward. I'm having to play in the test system, and it's just awkward what that entails.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
They want to download all of them, but let's start with that. I was specifically asked about that one. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
I am certain that I'm supposed to be learning something from this. I mean, especially since we got these here. I'm just unsure what exactly it is. I don't know what the context of that is. It just, I think I need to learn something from that. But I do want to look around it a little bit more.
That sort of looks like a temple.
Hence why I'm looking at it. Wow. I mean, well, grant, it is a nice-looking game, but... Well, except for the ghosting. You know, if we can get rid of that stuff... Still no interaction with the water. What is this?
I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
Uh-huh. So, we have Athena leaving, well, Elohim, Milton, Athena, but it does look like traveling out. And, of course, we have a cat. Athena and 3 companions. 2 building the city. Well, it could just be 2 in general, but notice, because that's building the dome, and then that's a power generator of some kind. And then the city with the dome. But it's just, notice the 3. What was one? I just threw it out because the idea randomly came to me. The separation of Athena and the founder, because some people refer to Athena, her as Athena, others as the founder, but it still is so, the character's been so deified. I was like, what if Athena is like the one who actually got out of the simulation, but the founder, the one that gave them the goal and all that, was a later one. Which would mean then that this would be Athena, and then founder, Byron, and the other one, whose name I can't pronounce. And I don't remember that. No, sorry, not Byron, Cornelius. I also can't remember the other name I was going to say, and then I realized, wait, I got his name wrong. But no, I could see that moving out to be the case. That there is a usurper that was not the one that proved worthy, but has had this outsized influence. And that might suggest it. Because it is a good question of why would there be... Oh, we have something here. Why would there be the 3 shown? Well, that just happened.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
See, this is that kind of response, the sarcasm and such there. I really do think that if she had said that, yeah, I really don't want to come on this, but you guys need me, I do think that would have benefited the character. But they delivered it at the wrong time. So it became just this meaningless thing. Oh god, that ghosting. Oh. And by the way, because it was there, I do have VSync turned off. I'm capturing by a capture card. I don't know how I can get up there, but I want to. So it's like it'll be at 60 FPS I'm capturing, but it isn't. I don't have VSync on, so it is possible for it to be screen tearing. Oh man, so much ghosting. So very much ghosting. I mean, this is bad enough that I would investigate ways of solving it, but I'm like I said. I mean, well, hang on. I'll even confirm, because maybe it could have just been that elevator was weird. I'm actually not noticing it as much. Let me go back just to make sure that it was in fact doing what would apply it. And now I'm like, okay, I can definitely see it on him at least. And it is something about the grass specifically. It does seem like a little, but now I want to see the TSR. Okay. And let me go back. I don't want to use the DLSS one. Okay, so yeah, that's just something with the DAAU. Okay, I don't want to use the DLSS just because it is limited to the card, to only specific cards, and it's like, I don't like doing that, if I can help it. But I do need to keep track of the change I just made here. There it is. Okay. I know it may sound, well, yeah, I don't know if I will probably won't want to or be able to do a performance analysis, but still, as I like documenting the settings that I use. But yeah, that's... I think they might... oh, man. No, that's the frame rate. Because I was seeing some ghosting, but no, it's actually because the frame rate was at the 30, so it was the whole frame itself that was ghosting, not just part of him, so... Alright. Really wish there were a map.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Good, we have a map. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Here we go.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Wow, there was only the one capsule. Or are we just going to be sending back and forth? That's really inefficient. And actually, hang on, I just realized. I should also note that changed from TAU to TSR to reduce the ghosting. That didn't seem to help when looking at the city from the tower. But it's working at the island. No, I remember checking that, and I was still seeing all the ghosting there, but well, the accumulation issues, I should
I
say.
wonder what it's for.
I definitely do understand how they were saying that this is the largest game world Crow Team has made, but I also do wonder how much of it do you actually get to explore or is meaningful to explore. Oh, and oh my god, this water looks terrible. I mean, that's just a surface thing. That's not like this actual character to the water. It's not changing in height or anything. It's completely flat. And I get how that is simpler, but I mean, come on. Even the original game from 9 years ago had character to the water. Alright. And I did see that we did have the red, blue, green stuff going on. RGB shifting.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Why wouldn't there?
And find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
That device was not in the simulation.
Okay, so... yeah. That is interesting. Okay, so I need red and green. That is actually neat. I'm... oh. Accident. Because you can see how the two colors come together on it, and then it tells you what the output color will be.
Whoa! I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
It's headed for the lake.
And yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
I like that puzzle. That was... I like how that was introducing things, and hey, I need to do... it's starting to warm up in the room, so I want to do something to moderate that. Alright, that should do it. Start a fan and open up the door a little bit more. It might start getting too cold, but a little bit more comfortable than getting too hot. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... Okay. No, that... Oh, yeah, this... Well, hang on, will that work? It will, cool. Oh, wait, no, because that'll just give me... Yeah, you can't do that. Okay, so I need... Because that will give me blue, which I can't combine with that, then. And this is... I can't just do one color. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm overthinking this. I think. Oh, that won't quite do it. But... no. Ah, da, da, da. In order to get red out, I need this to be blue and green. Right? So... there. There. Sorry, it just... I needed to, like, say it out loud. Instead of just trying to visualize it. I know it's ultimately heading over here, so...
I've been playing around with this machine
There it
that
is.
absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Here. I do want to make a note. Just one thing that it annoys me a little bit. I kind of understand why it is this way, but it still annoys me a little bit. It is a little annoying to me how no one really knows how the simulation was. Like, once you start doing the new puzzles and the Tetris pieces, because I can't spell Tetra. I can't even quite remember the term correctly. In the Tetris pieces are being formed, they don't they all don't immediately recognize this. Huh, there's something there. I have no idea what, though. It might be the equivalent of a star. Or it might be a little bit of a glitch. Oh, in theory, I might be able to get to it from here. Where is it? I don't... Okay, seriously, where was it? Ah, there it is. Find one Prometheus spark. Okay. Actually, anything in here about what those are? Oh, perfect. Hang on. Okay. What's the new thing? Oh, okay. Sure. Why not? That's not unfair. That you do need resources to produce art. Okay. Okay. Alright, I guess that is sufficient. Okay, and I need red. Oof. Well, true, I also don't need access to that anymore. Yep. Okay, there. There.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
I gotta go this way now. Okay.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Okay. Hey, I just want to make a note about the RGB shifting. is a neat new tool / puzzle. You now have red, blue, and green laser sources in this new lens variant. Collector variant only takes 2 different colors to make the third. Requiring some interesting geometry and chaining to get the right color where you want it. But one thing, though, that may prove a problem is that, lasers will pass through each other. Did we already see that happening here? It's like, this is the real world now. We're not in simulation. It's supposed to have the rules of the real world, and yet it might not. Hang on. But then they probably expected all 12 of us to be here from day 1, not just Athena. There were 13. Because it was Athena and the 12 first companions. Cornelius and what's his name were the first 2, and then 10 more. So there's 13. Why is this referencing 12? Huh. I guess it could be meaning that, all 12 of us with Athena, with the first, but it still is all 12 of us, not just Athena. It does kind of imply inclusive of Athena, in which case we're missing one. Yeah, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. Help me remember. I like pointing out that the level of pimples and influence of hormones does vary from person to person. Just, it isn't a blanket statement you can make on that. But it is also the whole, where is it? It is ugly and messy. It's like, really? You're just gonna, nope, it's all bad? It's like, it's better than it was. It really is. One example would be, sorry, I had to stretch. It's like, you can all year round buy fresh-ish fruit and vegetables from grocery stores, as opposed to needing to stock up an apple barrel kind of thing in your basement or cellar, so that you have some access to that food during winter. Okay, and I just feel like pointing out the whole, entire species eradicate stuff. It's like, there's also species that only exist because of humanity. I'm like, the dog we domesticated from wolves. So the whole of that is only because of us. And I don't doubt that there are others as well that potentially only exist because of us, or only exist in the numbers they do because of us. I mean, it's everybody... And this is... I was in the previous part, I talked about how I really don't like the trope of, like, this disease, long lost, it'll just wipe everyone out, and it's hyper-contagious. I hate that. It's stupid. That's not how it actually works. But it's also in, like, this, where it's like, oh, no, we've only ever done these bad things. It's like, you have no awareness, then, of the positive things that have happened, because there are species like the dog I just gave you, potentially also cats as well. Also some that we would consider vermin. Mice and rats, which, to be fair, would be food then to the cats, the more or less domesticated cats. But it's like, that's, because we became agrarian, which no other species has. So we suddenly had an abundance of food in specific places. So now these vermin could come that would have to forage, and now they're finding food. And there'd be others as well that would benefit from that too. I was like, is there such a thing as a wild cow? I mean, for a lot of us, no, because it's like a cow is something that's kept just... Well, dairy cows are just farm animals. That's it. You don't really see them in the wild. And it's like, is that then evidence that, okay, no, we did in fact create a species there, and it's not going extinct, people. Okay, RGB converter. But yeah, it does annoy me, the whole, no, we've always been having these negative impacts. It's like, we've had positive impacts too. Okay, I get the idea. Oh, that's interesting and annoying. Okay, maybe this is why they're actually making sure you're taught this. Really? What? Hey, hang on. Can I do it this way? Okay. So you need to know about the keep connections. That's the only way you're managing this. And actually, this is a great screenshot. Because it also very, very clearly shows the RGB thing. Private mess. Hey, Byron. What's up?
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem? You're right. You're absolutely right. We had such ambitions in the beginning. But now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome, and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I have no idea what this question is, but let's ask anyway. Ah, okay. I'm gonna drink water while this goes.
Someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned. When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test.
Like to prove that we're worthy? Just like the base game, the original game? I'm sorry, I keep saying base game when I mean the first game.
Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
And I'm sorry, I just had a funny idea. This is the Russian version? The Talos Principle? All that was the the Western version. This is so... I'm sorry, I know, that's really stupid, but just... It would be funny if it turns out, if that's what they did. Well, this wasn't built by Athena after she left. This was actually another group's project that was a competition to the Talos Principle project. I'm sorry, it's just so silly. I have to laugh.
Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
And that's exactly how the mayor kind of reads to me. And also with in Gehenna, that some would there was such an obsession with power. And also I was talking about how those that talk about imposing limits notice that those limits are meant for other people, not necessarily them.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
Oh no, it is still this way. And actually, hang on. I just saved that video. That might be a little amusing. Let's talk a little bit on this one. I just feel like I will, but I just feel like pushing this a little bit. Yeah, because I mean, they both would play a role. It's not apathy. It's that good decisions can require both and more than that as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna disappoint him. Okay, this one I have to reject. Is it okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? And it's... You're already... The nature of the secret, keeping the secret like that, already implies a kind of lie or misdirection. So it's like you're already doing that, otherwise it's not a secret. So, I mean, it's... Unless it's something like, well, it doesn't come up, so you never discuss it, in which case then it doesn't matter that it's a secret. I mean, it's a question. It becomes a question of relevancy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pissing him off. Okay, thank you for just moving on with that. Based on these answers, yes, that no one deserves to suffer necessarily. I mean, it's like, you know, it's punishment. Going past the punishment isn't necessary, but it is also, is there prescribed punishment? And it's like, there's some nuance here, but beyond what is necessary for our own protection? No, but I mean, that is also a question of debate, but once it is set, then no, you should follow that, so. Yeah. I'm good with that answer. It is both, though. I mean, it's like there are parts of it that you can reduce in that way, but there are also things above and beyond that. I mean, it's, you know, Talos Principle 1, Milton, if you watch my preview playthrough there, you will see I have those arguments with him. Okay, that was weird. It just seemed like the audio cut out. Hang on just a second. Just making sure my headphones are completely pushed in. I'm tempted to say this, but I'll go with this one. It's basically a question of nihilism in some ways, that, you know, because if it's that good and bad always just come around in cycles, then it's like, well then what's the point of doing anything? Anyway. I mean, that is true, but it's both. Both, you need to do both. Respect the past. And hold on, what does it mean by rewrite the rules? I mean, if you're rewriting history, no, you're now destroying the lessons from the past. But if it is just, you know, push beyond the lessons of the past to go into the future, then yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I want to see what the response might be to this one. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why I'm going up. Okay. Reduced to mechanical parts, or existence just weirder. If we go with the existence just weirder and take that to mean faith, then the answer is yes, prayer can make things come true because there could be an external influence to bring that about. Reduced to mechanical parts. Here's the funny thing, even that it's still true. Because technically through prayer, earnest, true prayer, it can still condition yourself, like a kind of self-hypnosis to help whatever you're praying for come true, depending on what it is, of course. I mean, it's like there are some things that it wouldn't work that way, but for some things, no, it would in fact work out that way. So, yeah. All right. I do see we got somebody walking there. Is that Yakut? Yes, it is. Once he pulled out the scanner, it was like, is that him? Okay, I hit... There we go.
Hey, 1K, how can I help you?
Just talking.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else?
Who's Garrus?
I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it. I've always loved exploration, seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it. Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
But there is still value to introspection. Just, yeah, saying.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath, loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff. Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment. I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long. Plus, they're kind of pretty.
I just feel like pointing out, I'm not sure if cats, domestic cats, would survive without humans. Yes, the cat is probably, well, they're already very comfortable with hunting for their own food, but I don't know what a lot of what they'd be hunting for food, also things that are dependent on humans. Dogs may have a better chance at survival, but they would have to transition back to being feral. Cats are already a little bit feral, but I don't actually know if centuries they would survive. I think you might see the domestic cat as we know it die out, or at least have to evolve into something potentially closer to like mountain lions and such. You know, larger, more powerful, more physically powerful, but smaller populations, very likely.
Oh no, please, no puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
No, I'm sorry, that's a little funny.
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Neat.
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Okay, so there is a suggestion, well, statement and suggestion that some supplies were left for these robots by the humans prior to extinction. Also, a knowledge of where things were that were not specifically left for us, well, Yeah, I'm using us even though it's for them. The robots. Left for the robots. Well, new humans. There we go. New humans. So they could be collected. Alright, actually, yeah, close that. Alright. And I want to check something here. Are those... I'm trying to figure out what those two might be. And actually, let me also hit this. That was close enough. Wait a minute. Author 5358. Could that be implying that the first 1,000 are for New Jerusalem, but Athena left and continued building? Or it could even be, if my hypothesis, that there's Athena, the one who left, and then the founder for New Jerusalem are separate characters, then that could be Athena left and continued to build past the 1,000, while the founder limited to only 1,000. That's possible, because, I mean, this is clearly somebody writing after the fact, so should be among the new humans, but notice the number, which it could just be a code number as well, but it could be saying, no, there are a lot more.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank! I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Okay, and I just feel like pointing out something. That the whole, why would you think that you can use the jammer through this? Look at this setup here. It's like, that could just be the full width. Or it could be you don't even have that window there. Because, oh, it can just go through that. This is why I so am annoyed in the base game. And less so here, because this game did teach to do it. But it still is, the base game absolutely just, like, ignored teaching you that. Okay, where's the blue? I know there is a blue light. Okay, it's over here. Okay. Okay, there. There. Because the jammer is keeping that one open. Incoming group call. That's why it's only paused.
And I have bad news.
Ah, great.
Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
Sure,
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage.
Oh.
The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty, though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Okay, I had a feeling it would end there, which is why I wanted to check the thing. You gotta love when lighting systems don't get it right. Because why would the illumination over there change by just my stepping forward or not? Anyway. Okay, that's still just got those two. I want to see that in the light, though. It's kind of hard to tell in the dark there. Okay, here we go. Huh. So that should, well, it shouldn't be marking the sparks. Because then one should be out, only one lit. So I got one. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the triangles mean. Okay. Interesting. Basically a statue of a flower. Oh, no. Sorry. Wrong one. Okay. Wait. No, that's not it. I'm sorry, I just like this is just the kind of craziness that I wanted to get a screenshot of. If I could do an overhead shot, I would, and actually, I think I can. Okay. Yeah. I'm still going through the training on that one. It's still just weird enough.
Excellent solution.
Thank you. Who is it here? It is Byron. Okay. Self-sufficiency scares me a little bit. Okay. I need to get a drink of water. And think. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, wait, no, I still need this. Well, yeah, this is just gonna have to be what happens. There it is. Okay, screwing that up a little bit. There. I like that one too. That was also neat. What is the question mark?
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly, you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
I have to look at this. Okay. I mean, just that's silly enough that I am kind of liking the banter, alright? It is really nice having voices again. Okay. That's not it. Is it this one? No. Didn't it say there was one? Okay. Alright, so triangle here, so in theory this is like some bonus puzzle.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, okay. And this actually can't work because of that. Well, actually, no. Here, let me confirm that it is as stupid. Yep. Okay, so that, to be fair, that is in fact directly, but here, no, that would pass through just fine. Okay, I screwed that up a little bit, technically. Well, not technically, actually. Okay, here, let me just put it there, do that. Okay, I guess that's a hint thing, then. I am overthinking this. Yeah, very much was overthinking that one. Okay. Okay, no, this will be fine. There. Now that, and that. There. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, I can be smart sometimes.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
No. I got more I want to do. Because there's still 8. That wasn't 8. That was a triangle. I want to try finding another triangle. Okay. And 8. Seems there's a path here, so... Okay. Yeah, this just take me back home. Oh, wait. I can get down here and back up. Oh, okay. I'm all the way over at the bridge now. But no, I want to... Oh, okay, so I've got that marked out there. Yeah, so I do have that, but let's go do 8. And wow, there's actually quite a few question marks on there. Neat. Yep. Looks like this is 8. Yep, here we go. Entanglement. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh. So I got a blue source. There's a red source. Okay. Okay. So I need to get that up. With the blue and the red aimed at it. I don't need this green anymore. Let me just do that. But right? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So that's actually pretty handy. Yeah, so that doesn't... Oh boy, this one... This... Oh boy. Okay. Okay. That will work. I think I know how I can do this mechanically. Which, believe it or not, that's the trouble I'm having. I don't know if that much will work, but do it anyway. Okay, there. Okay, now I should be able to hit this. I left the thing off. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. There. There we go. Ooh. Okay. I wish I had another one. I'm genuinely... Okay, I can't climb that. I was curious. Hang on. Okay. At least this isn't like the base game. The first game. They would have you doing this, but with the recorder somehow slotted in. Drive me insane.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
Okay. So now just those things left. I'm just going to try to head straight for the question mark. Which is a...
Decorative for another puzzle.
What? Okay. Is that... Okay, well still, that's one. Yeah, let's head over to that one. I'm also a little bit curious about that handprint. I mean, it seems that might be a way to get more information, but I just don't know. Is that one I've already been to or not? Now I'm all twisted and tangled. Here it is. Oh, okay, I don't want to come into here. That's why I started, so it's not gonna be all that helpful or relevant. Still kind of far away. I do. Although, what the heck is this?
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man, He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
There's another one of those monuments.
Well, if that's supposed to be Prometheus, I already found the one thing. But more to find, it seems. Okay, I need to come up. Aha! The other triangle. There we go. Elevation. Yeah. And I only need blue lights. That's a bit of a problem. Man, hang on. Okay. Another problem with using the test system, have cables, more cables around. There. Now I can take this. And... oh, wait, hang on, this may work. Yep, okay.
One case solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
Why is it going that way? But yeah, I want to actually look at the door. Aha! Which does show 2 lights there. Okay. Okay, and I think I have already visited that one, because there's the thing right there. Yeah. Not sure where that one is. Although, hang on, wasn't... yeah, I want to go towards that. And I want to do it from this side. Oh wait, no. Did I visit this one? Yes. Yes, I did. I really don't like the compass system. Much prefer minimap because it tends to be far, far clearer. No, that's a 2. not another question mark on the compass. Okay, I see. That's another terminal. Hmm. 5358 was the author of that other thing as well.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care, it is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
The heck? Okay. I just heard like a device disconnect thing, and I don't know what that could have been. Huh. Especially since it could come from either computer. I'm just gonna pause for a moment and check on the test system. I don't know, there was no prompt or anything. I just had no idea. Something, maybe. No, just weird. Very weird. Right there. I'm just opening up the folder again so I can see some of the video files a bit more readily. Anyway, let's get to this now. I'm not sure I like this. I mean, this is so different.
This is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
Okay. No. It's so much harder to see what it is you're doing with this viewport, viewpoint. I don't like that.
I was terrible at the Tetromino arrangers.
Those were actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was just... And also how you restricted in the ways that you can move and place them, which actually I should mention that. Constructing a bridge of the Tetramenos is weird because they are limited in where and how you can place them, and they are objects within the same space as you. So viewing them. Yeah. And the puzzle, I think that's a fair way to put it, is awkward compared to placing them like puzzle pieces on a board. Okay.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
And again, we're murdering the video compression. Hello?
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection, the creator or the created?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Different words may be spoken with the same breath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
I'll go with that one, but I mean, that wasn't what Prometheus got in trouble for. The theft wasn't the issue.
Not own fire. Why should humankind?
How does that follow?
By the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
That one doesn't even make sense.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils.
Do you want me to answer that?
You stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
We need to talk about what just happened. Thoughts?
I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
Let's skip that issue for now. What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
Testing you to what? See if you're worthy?
That's an interesting thought. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but why?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? Certainty.
Yeah,
You
just
know how you get from mystery to
let
certainty?
them go.
By solving puzzles?
Yep. 1K, you know the drill. The rest of you, as you were.
All right. Save that. Yeah. Now I just want to. Okay. I actually wanted to look at something else, but let's look at this first. Here. But yeah, if Zeus did not own fire, why should mankind? Who said mankind owned it? I mean, it's like Zeus used it, why can't we use it? I mean, it's... Sorry, just some of the stuff did seem like you're not following the logic here. And no, part of it is... part of the myth with Hope being in there was that she closed the lid, so she protected it. So that Hope could eventually enter into the world. But there's also the idea of technically balance, that yes, there is great suffering, but you need hope as well. That it all is relevant there. And it's also the golden age of man, which is Pandora's box is the end of the golden age of man in Greco-Roman mythology, as I recall. And the golden age, they were the closest to gods. I've seen some things describe them as immortal, some where they're not immortal, but very, very long-lived. But people, well, men, because it was only men, Pandora was the first woman, they basically were walking with the Olympians next to them. All right, they were the lesser beings, but it's still, they all were around each other. But it was idyllic, so there wasn't any suffering either, but there also wouldn't have been any hope. There wasn't any need for it. So it's... That feels a little... We're trying to make this point, so we're going with this point with this story, as opposed to more broadly certain aspects to the story itself. And also the whole, we're interpreting it, we're, like, oh, well, you're saying that, Zeus couldn't have claim to it, well, why could the humans? It's like, who said I'm implying that humans had a claim to it? Saying that, he couldn't restrict humanity from having it. Humanity isn't restricting him from having it, it's just both should have it. Hello.
1K, what's up?
I'm getting drinking water. What are you doing?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering? I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
Right. I'm going to be stopping the recording so it doesn't get too long. But it's like I just finished this zone. It makes perfect sense to stop a recording here. I do want to at least get to this, though. Okay. I'm also going to take a short break. Not too long. So don't have... What is that? Hang on a sec. I just... There's a lost... What? I got one of this. Well, okay, I guess those are different from the fire. Okay. It'll be interesting whenever all that gets explored. I will just wait here. So this will be where I start the next recording. Although, can I... Okay, no, that did actually just completely exit out. Because this is a nice screen since it gives the name right there. Alright, see you next time.